Hello, beautiful humans. I'm on my laptop camera today because my phone was not working, so it's a little bit weird and awkward. So I am live from the Maricopa County Courthouse at the day 4 of the Lori Vallow Daybell trial, and we are on a lunch break right now. We ended with Serena Sharp. They had not finished the direct examination yet, and so she will be back on the stand after lunch, and then I expect that later on today we'll hear from Kay Vallow. For those of you who are new to the channel, welcome. I am Lori Vallow Daybell's cousin, and she was a bridesmaid at my wedding, and I was close with the Cox family, the whole Cox family, for a long time until Lori divorced her third husband, Joe Ryan. And this is bizarre for me. This day was really hard. If you're just coming over from Hidden True Crime, welcome. I'm always happy to have Lauren Matthias's Hidden Gems over here. Love the Hidden Gems. And welcome to anybody who's new to the channel. So I'll reiterate just a little of what I said when I was over with Lauren, that I consider myself to be a very strong and resilient person. And I thought that I would be prepared for today, and I was not, it turns out. I'm not okay, and I'm just going to say that. I really don't want to dig too deep into how I'm feeling right now, because if I do, I'm afraid I won't be able to go back into the courtroom, and it's important to me to be there in person. So I appreciate your support. I appreciate everything that you guys are doing for me here. It is helping me. It's helping me a lot. It's helping me process. I just want to say thank you in advance to anybody who financially supports the channel, because I'm not really going to look at chat much, unfortunately, until later. I'll look at it later today. I also want to let you know I will be doing a recap after court is over today, but I will also be going on Surviving the Survivor at 5 p.m. Arizona time. They are the only ones who get my time today, Lauren and them. Everybody else, I just said I can't do it. So yeah, I'm not going to get into detail about what Adam said on the stand this morning from Trina Kay, but I will talk a little bit about the cross-examination by Lori, because this is the part that I was waiting for. It was, a lot of this stuff I've seen of the FOIA documents, I've read the text messages, I've seen a lot of the evidence in this case already. Of course, I haven't seen everything, but I knew a lot of what Adam was going to say today already. The big bombshell for me was that when Adam confronted his family after Charles was shot, it was confirmed for me today that they were all a team Lori, 100%. They were supporting her, and they called Alex a hero after this shooting happened for protecting Lori from Charles. And Charles never hurt anybody. He didn't hurt Lori. He certainly didn't hurt Alex. And he did not deserve what happened to him, not by any stretch. What is toughest for me is that, and I got emotional about this before I even got here this morning. In the LDS Church, I was raised in the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. I'm not a member anymore for what probably are obvious reasons to most people, but to members of the church, they're like, why did you leave? There's a whole video about it on my channel. Go watch it later. But the hardest thing for me is that in the LDS Church, we are taught that we lived together in heaven before we came to this life. And we are taught that we choose our family members. We are taught that we choose to be together. And we're even taught that we choose some of the trials and difficulties, or not that we choose the trials and difficulties, but that we know some of the trials we're going to go through when we get here, and that we agree to go through it because we know how important it is to prove our loyalty and devotion to God. And so I believed that for a really long time, for most of my life. The first 45 years of my life, I believed that I chose my family members, and here they are. These are the people that I chose. I obviously don't believe that anymore, because who would do that, right? But when I used to love it when our whole family would get together. It used to feel so great to be just all of us together, enjoying each other's company, what I thought was supporting each other. And obviously that wasn't the case. Obviously, there are many, many of my family members who don't care about anyone but themselves. And the division that this tragedy has caused, I can't even really call it a tragedy anymore because of stupid Lori. Selfish acts of stupid people, selfish acts of evil people have torn our family apart. And it sucks. But there was one moment of levity when Lori talked about her goddamn green chili chicken enchiladas. Like, Lori, you are on trial for conspiracy to commit murder. And the thing that you're going to focus on is whether or not Adam remembers your frankly tasteless recipe. You want to know the big secret? The big secret recipe is get some chicken breast, steam it, saute it, whatever, shred it up, add a can of green chilies, just from the can, add a brick of cream cheese, throw it in a tortilla. Those are the green chili. Oh, I'm sorry. You do also put them in a pan and put cheese over them, just dry like that with no sauce. Disgusting. At the very least, bland, very bland. Anyway, that was the big thing. But I just want to say, Lori wanted to know when was the last time you saw me, and Adam doesn't recall. And Lori's just infuriated that he doesn't even remember the last time that he saw her. She's really mad about that. And she goes off. 1 year, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years. She literally went through all of those numbers, asking him. And then was, sort of shaming him for not being at Colby's wedding. And then Adam recalled speaking to her in the kitchen of that house. And that's when she said, you don't remember the green chili chicken enchiladas that I made every time, 10 times a year, every time we were together? No, we're all trying to forget them, Lori, because they were disgusting. Calling or texting, possibly exact same time, early 2018. Who initiated the final conversation? Adam's like, I don't know. And I love this because the thing that people with narcissistic traits hate the worst is, well, to be called out on their BS, one, but the other, they hate the idea that people don't recognize them or remember their seemingly good deeds or their accomplishments or whatever. That's the thing that they hate almost more than anything else. And so that's why Lori was so activated. And she says, it's 2025, correct? I'm not sure she really needed a witness on the stand to answer that question. And so 7 or 8 years since they've seen each other. And then how often before 2018, they used to talk or text 1 to 3 times a month, just keeping in touch, Lori said. And then she named all the places that Adam has lived. Why? And then she named all the places that she has lived. Who knows why? Nobody can get inside the bag of cats that is in her brain and try to separate the cats out and ask them questions. That's what it's like to try and understand Lori. And then her final question was, did you see, hear, or personally witness me conspire with Alex to murder my husband? And Adam said no. But the cross-examination was good, and I'll go through that when I do my recap this afternoon. I will recap everything. Right now, I'm processing. But the thing that I wrote down that was the worst for me was Adam's reaction after learning that Charles Vallow had been killed by his own brother. He called Kay because she was the only person that he felt safe talking to, because he knew that the rest of the family was in on it. Because when he called Janice, She knew that Charles had been shot, and Adam said, we need to sit down and talk about what's going on. Or he said to Janice, what's going on? And Janice said, you tell me what's going on. And that to me is a signal that Lori has already told the family that Charles was going to hit Alex with a baseball bat, or whatever she told them, that Charles was going to harm Alex, and that Alex shot him in self-defense. And they're all 100% Team Lori. And I guarantee you that all Lori did that whole day was make up lies about Charles and tell them to the family in order to justify what they did. I bet she didn't even talk to the family about her stupid religious beliefs that day. I bet she did not. I bet the only thing she was concentrating on was destroying Charles's reputation so that nobody would question what happened, what actually happened, or put facts together, or take Alex through the timeline, or any of those things. Yeah, we need to make a t-shirt that says, you don't remember my green chili enchiladas, with like Lori with exasperated with her arms folded across her chest. So yeah, this was, and then Adam said, we need to talk. And Janice said, yes, we do. The conversation did not go well. It caused a break in their relationship because he stuck up for Charles. He continued to stick up for Charles. It caused a break in his relationship with everyone. He was asked to leave. He and Zach packed up their stuff and went back to Summer's house, who was on vacation. She was not in town. And then the next day they went back to Kansas. And he didn't talk with his family for a long time after that. And I will say that I think probably his wife, Nicole, was relieved when he became estranged from the family, because Nicole is a truth teller like I am. And I got the idea that most of the family did not really like her. And so I bet she was probably relieved. And when Adam did eventually sort of get pulled back into the family system, you know, I think Adam he's a peacemaker. He wants everybody to get along. And I think eventually the family reached back out to him and he got back involved with them again. And I personally believe, this is my opinion, that that's probably a big reason for him and Adam and Nicole eventually divorcing. Because if it were me, I would have done the same thing. You know, you're going to go back to the crazies. Okay, I'm out. So this was tough today. I probably am going to have to do a lot of processing later. Probably going to call my therapist. But I will do a full recap of everything that happened in trial today afterwards. Right now, I'm going to eat some chicken nuggets. And then I'm going to go upstairs and sit in the family room for a minute and just recollect myself so that I can go and turn my brain on, because I want to make sure that I receive all the information that's being put out there in court today. I'm excited for Kay to testify. And somewhere in the not too distant future, for me, it's a bubble bath and a glass of something cold with ice in it, maybe some bubbles. I'm so grateful for you being here on my channel. Thank you for being here. I will go back and read all your lovely comments later. I can't do it right now. I just want to say thank you. So I will see you this afternoon. I'm not sure what time it will be. We got out of court a little early yesterday, but I don't know how it will go today. And as I said, I'm on Surviving the Survivor at 5 p.m. Arizona time. And so if there's time for my recap before that, I will do it then. If there's not time, I will do it after Surviving the Survivor. I'm looking forward to being with you beautiful human beings again. Thanks for supporting, and I will talk to you very soon. Take care.